protesting at the Gaza border amid heightened tensions, blocking trucks going into Gaza through Kerem Shalom border crossing. The Israel Defense Force sent additional troops to the Gaza border ahead of protests organized by Hamas planned for Wednesday, with the military facing rising tensions on the border alongside growing criticism following a weekend border riot in which a soldier was shot and severely wounded. Investigators believe a series of mistakes allowed Gazan rioters to reach a group of snipers posted behind a concrete wall, including a man with a pistol who shot soldier Barel Shmueli in the head from point-blank range. Dozens of Palestinians were also injured by Israeli fire during the rioting. Terrorists continued to launch arson balloons into Israel on Tuesday, hours after the IDF struck the strip from the air late on Monday. We're now joined by retired Colonel Dr. Jacques Neriah. He's a former deputy head of assessment at the Israeli military intelligence. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Good morning, Ariel. Good morning, Ariel.
How can Israel react to those demonstrations, and more of them are expected today, in a way that will prevent further escalation on the border?
Well, I would use the sentence that if we applied the same policy that Lieberman did at the time when he was Minister of Defense, meaning that we would forbid entering the 300-meter zone between the Gaza border and the wall, the Israeli wall. And if this is contained, then I think that the policy would be to shoot at anybody who would try to cross this area. And as a result, I think that at the end of the day today, we'll see what would be the body count, because Hamas definitely intends to storm the wall. And Israel has no intention to let those Palestinians just try to storm the wall and do damage to the wall, or even incurse into Israel. So I say that finally, at the end of the day, the body count, if we can use this sentence, will be definitely the factor that will impose a sort of coexistence with Hamas, or we are going, as everybody is evaluating right now, we are assessing into a conflict, into military conflict that would spark at any moment. But definitely, I would say that Israel, from its side, even though that there was some, there was some information about deploying forces or reinforcements in the Gaza area, we are talking barely about a company of tanks, which is 11 tanks, no more than that, and some snipers. So we are not here massing forces in order to incurse into Gaza.
Okay. Give us some of your insights about the background for these renewed demonstrations these days on the border.
Well, it comes to the fact that since the last incidents about 2 months ago or 3 months ago, nothing has happened. I mean, on the exchange of prisoners and bodies, nothing has been achieved. On the transfer of money from Qatar, there are still out of the 30 million, 6 million who are which are marked for the salaries of the Hamas are not going to go into Gaza. The Gazans themselves feel that Israel is trying to put some pressure on them in order to get some results on the issue of the soldiers, that the corpse of the remnants of the soldiers, and about the 2 Israeli prisoners who are there. So using this and trying, and of course they are interpreting our relations with the Egyptians as cooperating with us concerning how to pressurize Hamas. This brings Hamas to the conclusion that it has to take a very aggressive position in order to make the things move.